Kaohsiung. Welcome to the Triplers channel. Join us as we set off on a once-in-a-lifetime journey around the world. Over the next 133 days, we will visit 4 continents and make 55 stops across 27 countries. Kaohsiung, the second largest city in Taiwan, and at the same time, its biggest port. Around 2.7 million people live in this city, which is transforming from an industrial port into a modern metropolis. Contemporary architecture blends here with traditional temples, such as dragon and tiger pagodas, where visitors enter through the dragon's mouth and leave through the tiger, a symbol of good fortune. Right after arrival, we were stunned by the cruise terminal, the most beautiful and most modern terminal building we have reached during this round-the-world journey. Opened in 2023, the Kaohsiung Port Cruise Terminal was designed by a New York studio in the shape of a wave, reflecting the character of the port. The entire waterfront is part of the Asia New Bay Area redevelopment project, so everywhere you can see ultra-modern buildings merging with heavy port infrastructure. After leaving the terminal, we went for a short walk through the city to get a better feel for its atmosphere. The waterfront is beautifully maintained and clearly designed for everyday life. Many people were walking, jogging, and cycling, and it was easy to notice how much locals care about staying active. The most popular means of transport, however, remains the scooter. In Kaohsiung, around 2 million scooters are registered, almost as many as there are residents. That means roughly 75 scooters for every 100 people. Although the number of visitors increases every year, most tourists still come from other Asian countries, so our presence attracted quite a lot of curious looks from people passing by. A quick practical tip: if you are planning a trip to Taiwan, it is worth carrying some cash. In less touristy parts of Kaohsiung, we had to make quite an effort to find a shop where card payment was accepted. And then came a surprise. For a moment, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me when I suddenly noticed Polish words on the packaging. I could not resist buying the truffles, especially after they managed to find me on the other side of the world. After a quick coffee, we went to meet Grace, our guide, who made our time in Kaohsiung feel less like visiting an unfamiliar city and more like spending time with a friend. We are at Pier 2 Art Center in Kaohsiung, a waterfront area where, in 1973, large port warehouses were built to store sugar, fish meal, and other goods. As the city gradually changed from an industrial center into a service-based city, the warehouses slowly became empty. In 2006, the city decided to transform this area into an art district, Pier 2 Art Center. Today, you can find art galleries, cafés, huge sculptures, designer shops, and regular concerts and festivals here. Because we arrived in the city on a sunny Sunday, the promenade was full of local people of all ages, together with street vendors selling food and small items. Together with Grace, we walked between the revitalized buildings, taking in the atmosphere of the place. Beyond the fantastic handmade crafts, Grace decided to take us for pineapple cakes, one of the local specialties. The queues at the cafe are so long that numbered waiting slips are issued for people hoping to get a table and enjoy the cakes with a drink. Fortunately, if you only want to buy the cakes without waiting for a seat, you can go directly to the side counter and pay there. Pineapples were first brought to Taiwan by Portuguese traders in the 16th century, and over time, they became widely cultivated and exported. When production increased beyond demand, local bakers began making pastries with pineapple filling to use the surplus fruit. Today, these small rectangular cakes filled with pineapple are one of the most famous souvenirs from Taiwan. After a pleasant break on the grass among locals and with our energy restored, we continued walking along the waterfront toward the Kaohsiung Music Center, one of the most distinctive landmarks in the city. The complex took almost 10 years to complete and was officially finished in 2021. Covering merely 11 hectares along the bay, it was designed by Spanish architect Manuel Álvarez Monteserín Lajos and inspired by the sea itself. Its striking structures include forms known as the Great Wave, an open-air amphitheater, Coral, with its hexagonal roof patterns, and Dolphin, where restaurants stand above the water on elevated platforms. Walking further along the waterfront, we reached Dagang Bridge, also known as Great Harbor Bridge, a 110-meter-long structure that rotates horizontally to allow ships to enter the harbor. The bridge can accommodate around 550 people at the same time. Its white design is intended to resemble a jumping dolphin and a seashell, reflecting the maritime identity of the city. The arch itself is made of fiberglass, a material also commonly used in yacht construction. The structure of the bridge is even more impressive in real life, and with the skyline of Kaohsiung rising behind it, the city felt far more like a vibrant modern metropolis than a former port town. After crossing the bridge, our youngest Triplers member announced an urgent need for protein, so we turned into the building on the right, where there is a food court. Grace knew exactly where to take Alex for delicious, crispy chicken, and despite the crowds, we managed to find a table. While eating, we quietly observed how local residents spend their Sunday afternoon. There is something about Taiwan that makes you feel immediately comfortable. I completely forgot that I looked different and did not understand the language. For a moment, I felt as if I were at home, walking through Zablocie in Krakow. After lunch, we slowly headed back towards the terminal to make sure we would not miss the ship. One practical note: in the city, public rubbish bins are extremely rare. If you buy takeaway coffee, be prepared to carry the cup with you for quite a while before finding a place to throw it away. In our case, the first bin appeared only at the terminal. Public transport is fast, clean, and remarkably quiet, calm enough to remind us of traveling on the Shinkansen in Japan. And once again, cash is essential, because without it, you may not be able to buy a ticket. Grace walked with us all the way to the terminal building and gave us hand-painted cards she had made herself. It was a truly kind gesture, and I already know I will frame them when we return home. We boarded the ship impressed by a city we had only just discovered, but also with a sense of humility. How many extraordinary places and kind people still exist in the world without us even knowing? With that thought, we left the shore behind and set course for a city whose name almost everyone knows: Hong Kong.
Repellers, like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to support us and see more quick travel reviews.